G'day friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is James. Today's video is going to be some jumbo junk journaling. There you go, got that out. Sorry. It's such good weather right now. I'm half sleepy and half with it. I have been very, very busy with dancing, and also it's kind of like a late night shift. Like I get home at about 2 o'clock. And so my sleeping schedule is a little bit crazy. And so I'm feeling a little bit crazy, but I'm here today to have a chat with you and just to catch up, because even though I haven't been gone, it always feels like once I do a holiday, like it feels like I've been gone for 7 weeks. But I know that's not the case, because there's still been content and everything, but I just feel like I have so many things to catch you up on, especially in this new season as everything is kind of switching and changing, and all the good things are happening. So I want to let you know how all of that's going, and I'll tell you a bit about what you're going to see in the video as well. It's a jumbo journal, that's what we're calling them. This is Trader Joe's paper bags from the shops, and I turned them into, sorry, I'm going to have an allergy attack, and I've been fine all day. The brown paper bags that I get from Trader Joe's that I always forget to take back and reuse, I now make into these big jumbo junk journals. I started this last Christmas for kind of like a December daily thing, a little bit before Christmas actually, and it went through until about January, and then I started another one, and that one is really, really full, and I think actually too full. It's very, very heavy. So this one I'm being a little bit more conservative about and just trying to fill up all the space and not add too many extra things in there, although I think in this video I do end up adding a couple of bags, a couple of bags to the paper bag journal. I have another one down there as well. I just like all the different surfaces, all the packaging, all the textures, all of the, I feel it's like very recycling. I mean, a lot of it's just junk, let's be real. I could just throw it away or, you know, put it in the recycles, but I just really love it. And I think ever since I've started doing this more junk, garbage type journaling, it's called junk journaling, but sometimes it just feels like garbage. Sometimes it is literal trash. I just feel like I save a lot of stuff, and I always think it's great to have this format because it's so huge. So I've been saving a lot more random stuff that I never would save before, because it would just be too difficult to get into a journal. Not to say that I haven't tried to cut down, you know, massive bags into fit journals, because I definitely have. But even today I'd run through my little cold brew coffee, and I thought, I'm gonna keep that. It's completely wrong shape, like it doesn't flatten out, so I'm just gonna have to like rip it and flatten it out to stick it in there, but I will get that into my jumbo journal, and it will forever serve as a reminder that there was a period of my life where I enjoyed Stoke cold brew coffee, pumpkin, literally can't even, there's so many words on this, pumpkin creamed, there you go. I'm a bit of a pumpkin spice girly, what are you gonna do? Not from the Starbucks, like I don't really try that too much. That's a little too sweet for me, but some of the lightly spiced and lightly pumpkin-y things I really do enjoy. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to blow my nose because I can hear how nasally I'm being, and it's so embarrassing. All right, I'm back. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So, it has turned autumn here, I think officially, don't quote me on that. It is gorgeous, the weather is so perfect. The sun kind of comes out, it's a bit overcast today, but crisp air, the leaves have all started to change, they're all going yellow. We have this pumpkin tree outside that I get to look at all the time. It's not a pumpkin tree, because that's not a real thing, but there's a tree they decorate with pumpkins, and they light up at night, so it's like a big Christmas tree, but it's pumpkins. Love it. I have started dancing at Not Scary Farm, and that has been like a whole big thing. So I might talk a bit about that, because that's kind of the thing that I feel like took me away last week and makes me feel like I've been gone forever. We had about 6 days straight of rehearsals, and I would say that's kind of normal. I feel like for different jobs I've like had different rehearsal periods, and some things you would expect to have a longer rehearsal period don't, and then other shows you would think are pretty quick to learn, you end up doing it for a month. So I don't know, it's all over the place, but 6 days seemed kind of right for it. We were very, very prepared and ready once we'd all learnt it all. So I started that last week. No. I started performing it last week. I did the actual rehearsals the week before. So we did our first kind of like weekend of shows. I think we did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then again this week we'll be doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think in October it starts to become Wednesday through Sunday. So I'll only really have Monday, Tuesdays off, but I don't start work until 6 o'clock at night. I leave here around 5 o'clock. So I do have all of the day. So that's how I'm still managing to keep up with my content and managing to get the Etsy orders out and all that kind of stuff. Like, JLB Creative is still very much my full-time job, but I just get to go and do this in the nighttime. It does mean I'm very, very busy, but I'm not a stranger to being busy. And honestly, it's one of those things that, like, you just really love it. So does it really feel like work? I'm not sure. There's the laundry going. I have to do all the things at once so I can fit it all in. Totally worth it though. I was nervous because I've never been to any of these like Halloween horror nights or Not Scary Farm or like all these spooky ooky kooky things. I'm not really big into the scary Halloween stuff. You know, we've always done Whimsy Ween around here just to cater to my little fairy heart. I just can't do I can't do too much scary. But I have to say, like, it's hit and miss. I am getting used to it, but there are still moments that I just have like, it's just a lot. Like, I went into, this is way TMI, but I went to a bathroom, and as I came out of the bathroom, there was a clown just standing there, like a very scary looking clown. I almost had a full-on meltdown. It's just not what you expect to see coming out of a bathroom. And it was just so confronting, and he was just standing there. He was quite tall, and they look very scary. I mean, I'm sure if you're into all of that stuff, you might, might be aware of all of the stuff that goes into it. But, I've been a part, like our little show we do the Goring 20s. We're the Tiger Tail Dancers, and we do the Goring 20s. I think it's called Balcony Burlesque. Honestly, it goes by so many names. It's so much fun. We do 4 different sets. We do 2 sets, but they're kind of on a rotation. We do 4 sets a night with a live band up on the balcony at the Walter Knott Theatre. So if you ever come to Scary Farm, make sure you stop by because we are up there having a blast. And it's just 6 of us, and we're like from the 1920s, and we've come back to life, and we just have a blast. And I really, really enjoy it, but like the scary part of it all, like getting all the makeup done, it's such a trip because I like feeds into that creative part of me that just loves the artistry of everything, and I'm looking at all the airbrushing, and I'm seeing all the way it all comes together, and I just love the behind the scenes stuff. I wish I could share it all with you, but for obvious reasons, you're not really supposed to share any of that. So I really, really love watching all of it, and I think that has desensitized me a little bit to what I'm seeing around the park. But there's still that moment where like I'm walking through the park back to our break area, and I'm just petrified. Like, there are just moments where I suspend disbelief, and I am literally seeing like scary pig people just running up to me and sliding all over the floor. They have these people that just like the scare actors that slide along the ground, and there's sparks flying out of their knees and their feet. It's just insane. Like, the amount of wear and tear that all of these actors put their body through, and they're doing it all night. Like, we have an 8-hour shift. I think is standard. I think everyone kind of has this 8-hour shift, and they don't really have like that many breaks. It's like kind of like a normal work day, but they're out just scaring people all night long, and people really love it. Apparently, Not Scary Farm is one of the first haunted, like spooky maze type amusement park thing that happened. Like some big, there's a lot now. I think most theme parks have this kind of Halloween event, but not a ton of them have mazes and like scare zones and stuff like that. And the ones that do, I think, have all kind of apparently piggybacked off the success of Not Scary Farm. I have to say, like, I don't know too much about it. What I have heard is that if you like the IP, if you like, because Halloween Horror Nights is at Universal Studios, so if you like the movie type IP where it's like The Last of Us or Chucky or things like that, that's obviously where you're going to get that. But apparently people have rave things to say about Not Scary Farm, and like some of it is petrifying. I haven't been in any of the mazes. You won't catch me dead in there. But from what I've seen and what I've heard and from what I see coming out of the makeup trailer, apparently it's really, really good. So if you're around, it's in Buena Park, which is not too far away from Disneyland. They're kind of like 2 big. Do you know both people that started the parks were named Walter, like Walt Disney and Walter Knott, and apparently they weren't even that big of a rival. They were like sharing ideas with each other, which I think is really nice. But yeah, they're very, very, very different experiences. Knott's Berry Farm really does feel a little bit more homegrown, a little bit more I don't know. I'm just having a great time. But that's all that experience, and I've been posting some videos that I put into a highlights reel on my Instagram, so if you're curious to see some of it, Steve hasn't actually come yet, but when he comes, hopefully I'll get some more videos that I can share with you of like a lot of the set, because sometimes we just get little bits and pieces. The reality is, like, we do these show sets, but we're very atmospheric. So we're up on the balcony, and even though it's all choreographed and we're doing lots of fun interactions and stuff, there's all these scare actors on the ground in the area is called the Goring 20s, but the I think it's called Memory Lane is that zone. And so when people are down there watching, they're actually interacting with the scare actors, and then if they look up to the balcony, we're up there dancing and being crazy and stuff. So it's more atmospheric than it is a show people would come to sit down and watch. You actually can't sit down and watch it. You have to stand up. You have to be somewhere around. But we do actually attract a crowd. It's really, really nice. At first I was thinking, like, you know, people would just walk by and look up and be like, oh, hi. But there are a lot of people that come and watch it and enjoy it, which makes us feel really good. It's just really fun. It's a fun group to be dancing with. I've been, I've been shy in telling you that this year has been kind of slow on the dancing front, and that I was feeling very, very depressed about it. So to be back in it and to be doing it so often, and to be doing something that is a little challenging for me, not the dancing per se, but the environment that it's in, has been a little bit challenging. But I feel like I'm growing through that. I can't say I'll ever be someone that wants to go through a maze, but I'm having a really, really good time. So thank you to everyone who has been following along on that journey and who wanted to know a little bit more about that. If you have any specific questions that I can answer, please feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll try and chat about it in another video. But for today, oh, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna go on my my comments and literally answer YouTube comments. I'm gonna do it while I'm right here. Sorry, I got my computer here. I thought this would be a great idea because there were people asking lots of comments about my video. Sorry, I'm shaking. Is it me? Are we having an earthquake? We better not be. People asking comments about my Hobonichi video. People love a Hobonichi haul, don't they? You guys are so crazy. Why are you all watching that? You do not need to be buying any of the Hobonichi stuff. No, you do. It's great. I love it. The thing is, yeah, you buy it and then you get the haul, then you have to wait to use it, which is kind of the hardest part. But anyway. Thank you to everyone who left comments. That's really sweet. I appreciate the engagement. A lot of people saying nice things about that big old fat 2020, the 5-year journal. Love that. It is fat and it's great. Southwest Rocks. Someone commented some vomiting emojis, so I hope that person's okay. Yes, chunked up journal. Maybe there weren't that many questions, but there were a lot of comments, and I just wanted to make sure I addressed anything. Oh, thank you for pointing out that it doesn't make sense to make purchases you won't really use just to get the buy high. I do like to keep that a bit of a message as well, just because you never know. Some people need that reminder. I mean, I do and I don't. Obviously, we're all adults. Most of us, I think. Most people watching are adults and we don't need it, but just in case, catch me in a weak moment too. Sometimes I need to be told, you don't need to buy that, you're being crazy. I really can be influenced. I'm a good person to be influenced. You just have to tell me a few good things that you like about something. Don't tell me all the features of it. Like that's the thing that'll get me. You don't have to tell me, oh, you know, I don't need the most in-depth review, but if you're someone who shows me how much you enjoy it, for some reason my brain is like, well, I will enjoy that as well, because look at them, they're loving it. So the joy will get me. But I feel like I can tell at this point, unless you're a really, really great actor, I can tell when it's all fake. And usually now, if I ever see like sponsored by blah, 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 or in paid partnership with blah, I completely skip over it. Even if it's people I like. I don't know why at this point. I think I'm just so against the idea of this paid marketing through social media. I'm just having a moment with it. So sorry to anyone who's been doing that. I've been skipping it. Can't help it. Will you use a cover on your new 5-year? You know what? I was going to buy one from Galen Leather because they do advertise one that looks really, really beautiful. I actually think it's not something I want to use now, but I might just use my old cover on it, my red cover, and put the one that is in that cover now, just display it with the original brown, like the book that it is. So that's what I think I might end up doing. Don't quote me on it, but I think I want to keep using that red cover. I love the red. And to be honest, that journal now, the 5-year journal to me is a red cover journal. So I can't see myself getting a different cover for it and then storing that one, because I just really love the red. Red's my favorite color. And I got that one in Kyoto on our trip to Japan in 2019, so it is also a little bit sentimental, and I like to keep that. I just like to keep a sentimentality if I can. Do you feel like using a cover on your current one was a must? Yes, I feel like it kept it very protected. It's obviously not something you have to splash out for, but I do think a cover was pretty necessary because you're just handling it so often, and the actual cover itself isn't super sturdy. I think to keep it, really flexible, like the book needs to be to have that many pages and keep the binding and everything. Like a hardcover would just pull on it way too much. But so to keep it soft and thin and flexible, it is quite a flimsy cover, and it's not like a leather. I want to say it's like a fake leather type thing. No, I don't even know. It's plasticky, but it's not hard. I'm looking for question marks, but I'm not really seeing any. If you don't use the self-adhesive corner pockets that come, you'd love to buy them. I do actually use them. I use them in a different journal. You might have seen one that I stashed away and I forgot that I had, but yes, I would totally send them to you if I didn't use them. I have found a use for them. But thanks for asking anyway. Did you purchase from California? Yes. This person had mentioned that when they went to the website, it automatically asked if you wanted to ship to the US, and it changed the prices to US, and then it inflated the prices. I didn't have that, but I can tell you this. I saved a link to the shop years ago when I was trying for the Mina Perrin and Peace cover lottery. So I think the link that I go through is actually a Japanese link that then I translate the page to English. And then when I go to do the shipping, I use the international shipping address I have. So I don't know if it's because I have an old link that keeps me on that version of it. But yeah, I didn't do that. So those prices I gave you were straight from my receipt. I don't know any of this conversion thing that's going on. I don't know, because I know that Hobonichi started a US Instagram account that's in English. So that makes me think that maybe they've set up like a physical presence as a store in the States, and perhaps that is the website for that. But I really don't know anything about that, and that would actually really frustrate me because you do actually kind of save a bit on the yen. You lose everything in the shipping, but the yen and US dollar right now. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. That sucks. What do you use for photos in your 5-year? Buying a cousin this year for memory keeping, it would be good to incorporate photos. I print them on what is essentially sticker paper, but I use a gloss sticker paper, white gloss, or white matte photo sticker paper. I've tried tons of different brands. The absolute best you can get that I've used, that I can't really get anymore, is a brand called Chiltern Wove, CHILTERNWOVE, and it's a matte photo paper, matte adhesive paper in white, and I believe it's from the UK. Stunning quality, like just gorgeous. It almost feels a bit velvety sometimes, or a little bit powdery. I don't know how to explain it, but the quality of the print on it, even though it's a matte photo sticker paper, is insane, and I've never been able to replicate that kind of quality with anything else. But typically now I'll get the onlinelabels.com. They're okay. Or there was a brand that I usually link in my Collage Club videos that's called Koala Paper, I think, which I don't even think is Australian, which always kind of bothers me. I don't know, because I think anything with a kangaroo or a koala on it should be Australian, but whatever. I don't know. It might be, but I get it through Amazon, so that one has been okay. The quality is not the best, but it's actually a pretty good price point if you buy a lot of it. And since I print photo stickers all the time, I've just kind of put up with that. And at the end of the day, like, it's better to have it in there and to have, a slightly off quality photo than to not have anything at all. So I just say go for whatever you can get your hands on, but if you can get the Chiltern Wove matte adhesive label paper, get that. Gorgeous. And if you can get it in the US, let me know where you got it from, because I'll buy it too. I was actually sent that paper to try years ago. I just loved it. And I could buy it for a while, but then they stopped sending it over here. Someone looked up the yen conversion. What's 148 yen to $1? That's insane. That is insane. All right. I think that's it. Oh, what brand did this book start out as? Someone's asking about the Jumbo Journal. It is Trader Joe's paper bags. That's what I'm using today. Great. We can segue right back into this. Thanks for question time. I'll, I don't know if I'll do that again. But the journaling I'm doing today is a lot of the anniversary trip that Steve and I just took. Thank you so much for asking. It's 7 years. Which my mum was like, oh, the 7-year itch. Is it? I don't know. Anyone who's been married 7 years, is that a real thing? I've heard of it for sure, but I can't tell. Marriage has been such an interesting journey for Steve and I. It just, no, I mean, I didn't even know what I expected it to be, but I always have like a lot of good things that I say about it, and then there's a lot of things that I wish I knew beforehand. I mean, I think that's just kind of general. The one that I always kind of laugh at is that every argument now seems like it's life or death because I'm arguing with someone about an issue I assume is going to be for the rest of my life. So I'm like, this has to be solved immediately. I can't do this until I'm 95. But yeah, anyway, we're at 7 years, and yeah, we're here, and we had a little celebration. We haven't been too big on anniversary things, like we'll do like a little small gift maybe, but this is also like, it goes our anniversary, then it goes Steve's birthday, then it goes Christmas. So not that I'm trying to save $1, but it is a pretty big snowball effect into Christmas for Steve, which I know he loves. But we have been a little bit conservative in the past. For some reason this year we just felt like actually going to do something, maybe because I went to Australia and Steve wanted to do a little getaway, I'm not sure. But it just so happened at the Old Globe in San Diego, they're doing a production of Cabaret. Now, I'd never really seen Cabaret before. The first time I saw it was in London with the new version of it, or like it's a new production of Cabaret. And it was amazing. I really, really rated it. I thought it was great. But I'd never seen the original, and I was kind of curious because I liked what we saw, and I thought maybe I'll like the original too. And not that, I think this is like a version of it as well. Like they're all kind of, their own versions. But this one, I guess, is a little bit more true to the original stage musical or the revival of it. And it was with Joanna Jones playing Sally Bowles. And honestly, I can't remember who else was doing everything else because she was incredible. We had seen her do Daisy, I believe. It was at For the Record. They used to do this. For the Record was like the experience, and then they would have different plays or like different shows that were centered around a director, like a movie director. So they did a Quentin Tarantino one, but we saw the Baz Luhrmann one because obviously Steve loves Baz Luhrmann, I love Baz Luhrmann. So we went and saw that at like a little bar in Hollywood years and years and years ago. They ended up transferring that Baz one to a show in Vegas. They took out the Strictly Ballroom section, so it was only Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge, and what's the other one? Oh no, what's the other one? Great Gatsby, the Moulin Rouge, Romeo and Juliet. No, I was thinking about the one they didn't take out. They took out Strictly Ballroom, right? Yeah. In Vegas, yeah. Steve's listening to me. So anyway, we never got to see it in Vegas, but I've seen videos of that, and I think the success of that show really was in the dinner theater. It wasn't even dinner theater, but like the bar atmosphere of it, because it's very immersive. Like people would be on your tabletops, and there was like a green fairy behind the bar playing violin, and you'd be amongst it, and it was just this incredible mashup of these four Baz Luhrmann movies. And the characters would interact with each other, and then they'd sing songs from the movie, and they were just incredible performers. And it was such a small cast, but it was like this little nightclub cabaret thing that was just insane. Loved it. And Joanna Jones in that was someone who I was so impressed by that I would literally get on YouTube and like search up all the versions of her singing it. Just people on their iPhones back in 2014 taking videos of it. What were we on, like the iPhone 9? So I have just thought it was so incredible. And when we heard that she was going to play Sally Bowles, we were like, yeah, we should go and see that. Just so happens that there was a show on our actual anniversary, September 26th. So we said we'd go and spend the night down there. We were really going to do a day trip and just come back because I thought I had to dance, but it turns out I was off on Wednesday. So we actually stayed the night. We went to the Guild Hotel, which is an old YMCA building. I'm assuming just from the facade. I don't know why they would have changed that, but it was a YMCA building turned into this boutique little hotel. I got Steve a little gift. He really wanted this scent, Le Labo Santal 33. And I got him that the day before, and it was so hard to keep it from him because they spritzed the bag, the tissue paper, with the scent. So everywhere I took the bag, it just smelled like that. I was like, he's gonna know I have this because the whole house smells like it. The car smelled like it. The house smelled like it. And it's quite a distinct fragrance. So he actually didn't cotton on, but I gave him that gift in the morning. And what was funny is the night before, we had left it to last minute to book the hotel. He was like, oh, I'm thinking about the Guild Hotel. We should go and stay there. And I was checking all the amenities just to see what it was like, how much it would cost. And it was like, oh, and we're proud to partner with Le Labo and stock Santal 33 bathroom products. I was like, what on earth? Is he literally trying to stay at this hotel because they stock these bathroom products? And then I told him, he was like, I had no idea. So totally coincidental. And between the cologne that I got him and all of the bathroom products we were using that day, we are now a walking advertisement for Santal 33. Super, super random coincidence, but it felt like it was all meant to be. We went there, went to check in our room, and there was a guy doing maintenance in there, so we went right back down to the hotel lobby, and they were very apologetic. They gave us a little drink, complimentary drinks for the hassle, which wasn't a hassle at all. She just gave us a new room key to a different room. But anyway, it was really nice. Yeah, we went in there, got our stuff ready, we got dressed, we went down, had our complimentary little drinks. Then we went to the Old Globe, which is in Balboa Park at San Diego, this huge park in the city. And I was really impressed. It's actually really, really big. And apparently there's a zoo in there. There's tons of stuff in there. And the Old Globe is modeled after Shakespeare, Old Globe, the whole thing. But yeah, it was really, really good. Loved the production. Obviously, Joanna Jones was a standout. I thought there were a lot of really talented people in there. It's hard to watch. How do I say this? I can really enjoy something. Something actually has to be really, really bad for me to not like it. So in general, just know that I enjoy everything, unless it's terrible, which even then I might enjoy it for it being really bad. But in a production where there's like a lot of dancing, and I think maybe the same goes for Steve with singing and acting and stuff, you have spent your whole life also honing that craft. So sometimes it's hard to unsee certain things or to watch without a critical eye. And I was having a little bit of a hard time turning my critical eye off for some of this stuff. But in general, everyone was very talented and did a wonderful job. So if you do have a chance to go and see it, I think it was worth it. But yeah, just in case anyone is like a theater critic, obviously I saw things too. It's what I'm trying to say. But I don't generally pick anything apart unless I absolutely have to. It was great. Loved it. Joanna Jones was so good. During her numbers, like during Cabaret and during, what's the thing? I've forgotten it. Maybe This Time. I literally felt like I wanted to stand up and scream during the middle of it. It was one of those moments where you just have, if you kind of enjoy live theater and performance, where it's just going so perfectly, you can't even believe it's happening so perfectly. And I was like, you know what, cancel the whole show. Let's just have Joanna come back out and sing these songs on repeat, because it was incredible. She's incredible. So that was that. We did that. Then the day after, we went to Coronado. I'd never really been to San Diego. Steve always said he would take me because he used to live there, but he never takes me unless we're going to see the tax guy, which is not a fun trip. So this is like the first time we've actually been able to go. He took me to all these old stomping grounds. We went to a bar and had drinks, and then we went to Coronado. We went to the Hotel del Coronado, I think it's called, which is very turn of the century. It's so incredible to look at. Like, I just don't know if I've ever seen anything like that before. And I said when I got there, I was like, oh, it looks like one of those Disney hotels. He was like, this is the one it was modeled after. And I thought, oh, makes sense. But yeah, it was so authentic, and you go in there and it just has this smell to it, this air about it, and everything, like there's this wallpaper everywhere and really, really intricate pattern work on the carpets. Like, it's insane. There's obviously a lot of modern additions that they've put to it, and it's a functioning hotel, so you've got everyone in there. But it was just, yeah, it was great. I'd love to go back for Christmas. We were kind of floating the idea of going to visit for Christmas, because apparently they do an ice rink out on the out on the grass. And when you turn around and you look around, like, you literally think you're in a movie set at the turn of the century. Like, I mean, it's insane. I wish my mum could have gone there, because I know my mum loves stuff like that. One of my favorite movies is Pollyanna, so I really love the whole like Americana, turn of the century type aesthetic. was really, really special. I really enjoyed that. And we walked around the little neighborhood, just window shopping. Again, Steve wanted to show me his old haunts. And then we went to the house where allegedly L. Frank Baum wrote The Wizard of Oz. Not a confirmation on that, but I got a photo of it nonetheless. So that's in there. And yeah, that's everything that I've been journaling in this video that you've been watching. I'm going to cut myself off there because I think I've talked for about half an hour and I've caught you up. Again, if you want to know anything, just let me know in the comments below. Hopefully I'll talk about that next time. This is my jumbo journal, just some journaling. I got to get ready to go and do some more dancing, and I wouldn't say we scare people. I don't think we scare people, but other people are scaring people. So I'm going to go and be amongst the scaring and have a wonderful time. I hope to, if you're going to come to Not Scary Farm, let me know. So send me a comment or send me a DM or something on Instagram. Can't promise I'll read it, but if I do, I would love to do an extra little, like, you know, show moment. Send out a little tiger tail growl to everybody. This is really not a part of it, but it's just starting to become a part of it for me. We have these characters that are developing. I have a very good idea about what I wanted my character to be from the beginning, and it's probably nothing appropriate that I could share with you online, but yeah, it's great fun, so come see it if you do. I think most of the time our shows are at 8, 9:45, 11:30, and 12:45. That's why we get out a little bit late, but so worth it, so much fun, and I love all the dancing. It's the Charleston, it's all 1920s, it's all fun and frivolous and super high energy. Even at 1 o'clock in the morning, we're going nuts. We actually probably go the most nuts at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why I can't get to sleep for so long. I have so much adrenaline when I get home. I'm in bed just like... Anyway, happy start to the fall season, everybody, or autumn, or spring, I guess, if you're in Australia. I miss Australia already. That was a great trip too. I'm still working on that video, trying to edit it all together nicely. I think I'm just going to do music, because every time I tried to do a voiceover, it sounded so inauthentic, and I don't want to script it, so it's probably just going to be a nice big old vlog that I might then react to with Steve. Like, remember we did that director's cut for Playtest Patreon, where I react to the video and kind of chat through it that way? I think I might do that. And Steve didn't go, so he might have questions that kind of prompt something. But anyway, that's it from me today. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I'll see you soon. See you soon for Collage Club. Goodbye.